Good morning, tennis fans, and welcome to Day 5 of the Westin Early Riser, your ticket to great tennis with advice from top pros on how to sleep, eat, move, feel, work, and play well on the road or anywhere. Things may be cooling off at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, but tonight the heat on center court will be red hot as Venus and Serena Williams face off yet again in Arthur Ashe Stadium. History in the making, and we'll break it all down with U.S. Open broadcaster Ravi Uba, then have a chat with U.S. Open and Wimbledon champion Angelique Kerber on the restorative power of letting go. Let's start by just talking about Venus and Serena, the impact that they've had on American tennis since they've arrived on the scene and really dominated the last 2 decades.
You just go and listen to the players who have talked in their post-match press conferences what they've been saying about this matchup. You know, when they were young, they all watched the match because it was just such an exciting match. These two players, they transcend tennis, don't they? It's not just about tennis, it's about sport in general. You know, because they've been so good, so dominant, they branched out to other things. You know, acting, fashion, etc. So these are two people who really, people know them around the world. These are household names around the world.
And because they're icons, it can often get lost that they are players with strengths and weaknesses and different ways that they're approaching their game. Where are they right now as players?
You know, Serena is trying to find her best form. She just made the Wimbledon final. That was a big step. And she's always said going in, talked about it this week, that she has the big fire in her belly. Now, she wants to be the best mom she can be. She's trying to find the right balance, balancing tennis player and a mom. But the motivation is still very much there. Now, for Venus, it's been a long time since she's won a major title. We're going around a decade. So for her, how big would it be to beat Serena, potentially feed off that confidence and go on and win another Grand Slam? 2017 was only last year, and she made 2 Grand Slam finals.
These are sisters. How does their personal relationship influence what we see on the court? I know they try to minimize it, but it has to have an effect.
You know, these two are so close. I mean, they've lived together most of their lives. Let's not forget that. When they first met, I don't think they're able to handle those emotions as well as they're doing now. Now they're veterans. Listen, the nerves that are facing a sister are always going to be there. Always going to be there, but I think it's easier for them now than it has been in the past.
Last time we saw them here was 2015, playing against each other. We were speculating at the time that could be the last time we see them face off in a Grand Slam. Now we're speculating the same thing. What do you think? Is this the last hurrah? Yeah. We're going to see this again.
We want them to go on and keep on playing, but they both are getting, you know, almost, I said Venus is almost 40 years old, so you never know if this is going to be the last hurrah in terms of them meeting, especially at a Grand Slam. I want to go back to 2015, though, when they met at the U.S. Open. You touched on it there. It was one of the best matches of the season. It was such an electric atmosphere. The athleticism was on show for both these players, so I hope we get the same thing. And it's really hard to pick who's going to win because, like I said, Venus, first 2 matches, is striking the ball so well. 2 very good wins. They're both playing good tennis, so I mean, it's a tough one to call.
I'm really looking forward after winning Wimbledon to going now to the last Grand Slam of the year, because New York is really a special tournament for me as well in my career, where I won it as well 2 years ago. I love the crowd, I love to being there, all the people, the fans, they're supporting you. It's always a great atmosphere, and of course playing on the biggest stage there. Every tournament starts from 0, so you have to be ready from the first round, and you know, of course I have a lot of confidence right now, but I will just looking forward for every single round like I'm always doing, and then we will see what's happened after.
There are a lot of high-pressure situations. How do you calm yourself down? How do you find that inner state of being to just perform even when the stakes are so high?
You know, I think you have to practice really hard to have very good people around you. Also, your team is important. Also, to coming down a little bit, to relax and doing something else between the practices, the matches, really to going for a coffee, taking a book and just forgetting about tennis, just having something else in your mind.
But don't forget about tennis tonight or you'll miss an absolute classic. Thank you, Angelique and Ravi, and thank you for joining us on Day 5 of the Westin Early Riser. We hope you enjoy all the U.S. Open action today, and until tomorrow, stay well.